Kia ora from Aotearoa. It's Poppy here speaking, and we've got the new day wave starting on the full moon in the energy of one eagle. So I'm reporting on the ninth wave energies, which are the energies of unitary consciousness, which humanity is meant to be evolving into right now if they are connected with nature and the source light energies that come through the sun. Many people are, without following the calendar. It's really wonderful checking in, and you find these people that are really guided by the source light frequencies because they're absolutely in tune with themselves and dedicated to nature. Yes, so this we just finished the night wave 143, which was in 9 Earth, and that was really about gaining cosmic knowledge, new cosmic knowledge, true cosmic knowledge from the higher dimensions. And it's been a really big reality shift for so many people, including myself. And the sun has been super active, delivering flares at just the right time in the intelligent way that our universe, if we were living by universal law, would be balanced and harmonized. And so it's really up to humanity as the co-creators here in this big free will experiment to actually be able to return to nature. So we've got the graph mapped out, and you'll see here the full moon. So we're starting off here at 1 eagle, we're going right over, then we will have a dark moon and 3 dog, and then we'll actually get to the end of the Zolkeen, which is on 13 sun. So the energy can be very intense and heightened as we end the Zolkeen. There's a lot going on, a lot of action, and so then again you start a new Zolkeen, which is again it's a birthing based off everything that you have learned and grown and evolved by in the previous Zolkeen. So it's a big time, and everybody knows that the energies are very intense, and it is a grand time of change. So just overlooking this, we have the full moon and 1 eagle. We may rise up like eagles, dedicated to freedom through creative envisioning within universal law. Look, I just speak, and I only like to do my videos once, just as they are. I just want them to come out the way that they do come out, unless it was terrible. But anyway, so this is our day wave, starting if you're in Aotearoa, where I am, or New Zealand, that starts on the 13th of April. But if you're in the United States or England or Europe, that will be starting on the 12th. And so a lot of places in Asia, it also starts on the 13th. But I take these times from Mexico City. So the full moons and the moons are based around that. Moons, even though it's an artificial thing that has been put here, if you really open up and discover, we'll see that we are in quite a manipulated reality that we really are due to break out of, and we're doing that from the higher dimensions where we once knew unitary consciousness. We once knew there were these places without war, without deceit, where there was balance and harmony, and the people or the beings of all of those different dimensions, their simple thing was do no harm, and they knew how to harmonize. They were connected with themselves, they were connected with their environments, they were connected with whoever they were. So I'm just going to read through this because it's easier and you can read along with it. So day wave 144, 1 eagle, full moon. We rise up like eagles, dedicated to freedom through creative envisioning within universal law. We start a new trecena and have a full moon on the first day of this day wave, so that amplifies this energy well. we may rise up above the confines of the lower dimensions and gain a greater vision of or perspective from the heights where Great Spirit is in the wind that carries us on outstretched wings. And I've just got a bird in the tree up here making a lot of noise. This vision is within unitary consciousness and embraces universal law. War, deceit and conflict are absent in the higher dimensions. We may share a global vision where our creativity contributes to a safe, peaceful, abundant and compassionate existence where there is unity and diversity that comes through cosmic love and acceptance. Everybody can just be themselves. There's no, like if we look at the way that things are set up at the moment, even with the AI starting to dominate, we're still going to have a lot of pressure for conformity, and reality is going to be defined by that instead of us each living our own life and evolving our souls in our own way. So anyway, we may unite with the richness we each gain from our experiences. It is realizing our oneness with Source that unites us. That's what we have in common. And this beautiful planet, who's the materialization of those source energies. There are common values of respect, acceptance, openness, equality, encouragement, care, and many expressions of many authentic people dedicated to natural law and the universal law of doing no harm and allowing one another to be. I feel the strength of heart of the eagle towards self and towards others. The source-like frequencies will be amplifying our creativity in envisioning a new earth reality after gaining the true cosmic knowledge that is our mother's dream. It means rising above the agendas of captivity, of lower realms, and experiencing. Political control ceases through our creative envisioning and dedication to life. So political control started in the 6th wave. This wave is well and truly overdue to expire through our consciousness. So we support the intentions of nature and universal law. We no longer consent to being captive nor controlled. Rise up. Okay, the second day is 2L, and this is about exploring extremes and balancing them with wise introspection and insight as we explore consciousness and no longer partake in dynamics such as narcissistic, empathic interactions. So this has been quite a common theme at the moment. There's been a lot of this dynamic, and a lot of people are finding, well, I'm more aware of the empaths that are finding themselves in these holds that they are releasing themselves from. So this is a really good day that may really help that energy. Don't feed it, basically. It's by getting out of that dynamic, not engaging in the polarities or the extremes, but finding our balance and being ourselves. Then we're going to go to 3 Earth. We are activated to respond from recently gained cosmic knowledge. So we had that night wave of 9 Earth, and that was all about gaining that true cosmic knowledge from the cosmos itself, not from what anybody else says, but through our own meditations and our own connection. And this is what I feel is really, really important, that we do get back to. This is the only way that we are going to really, really connect again with nature, with the earth, with source, and be able to be our authentic selves. Then on day 4 we have 4 Knife. As we reflect on our flights of freedom from above the chaos and unrest, we create new forms of peace and balance based upon true cosmic knowing. We're actually a very creative force. Our consciousness is such a creative force, and this is one of the things that has been concealed a lot from humanity and all the trickery and deceit. Just how creative it is. Our intentions, it's very, very creative, and we can envision this new earth together. Thank you, all that are. Then we have 5 storm. Empowerment may storm in with lightning intensity to quicken our energy and create freedom of the movement of energy wherever detoxification has taken place. When we've detoxified or unplugged something or unblocked something in our body, then that opens us up to this really good movement of energy. And this movement of energy will create a different belief system, a different psychological approach to everything. Then 6 sun, a flow of pure source light reassures us and refreshes our minds that all is well and may be seen from the heights of eagle's vision. Then we've got 7 alligator, and this is reflecting on the birthing of our being as we continue on in life, accessing and applying primal trust as we shift and change. Then day 8 is 8 wind, breathing the breath of life in the winds of Great Spirit, allowing them to fill our being and speaking out of it with honesty and compassion. Breathing before we're speaking, tuning in with Great Spirit until it is so natural that all our words start to pour through this Great Spirit which unites us all. Then we have 9 night, and that's the last day of that first part. It's at the very top of the DAYWAVE, and 9 night. Renewing ourselves in meditation and dream time with a grand perspective. We contribute to birthing the dream of Mother Earth and solving global problems. We all bring a piece. We're all contributing. We're all part of it. And that's another trick, is that we are just powerless and that we just have to give way to a new world order and be massively conformed. No, I want to encourage everyone, we can break out and we can break through because we exist on many dimensions. And as we come to know ourselves on those higher dimensions, we become highly empowered, and life is worth living, even through massive challenge. And I speak from intense experience. Okay, then we go to a new 9-day phase at the very top of the DAYWAVE. 10 seed. The challenges of this time motivate us to ground deeply and grow with purpose, to be fruitful. We grow towards the light as we network with others of similar purpose. And we find these people are drawn to us. We find them and they find us because it's meant to be. It's destined. Our growth comes through our authenticity and being true to our unique and diverse expressing, our opening to flower, our innate D&I coding and design for unhindered life and fertility. We each hold a part of the purpose and network with others to produce the highest and best contributions to the all. We replenish with life force and sustenance from grounding and synthesize the source light to go strong and in harmony with nature. We rise up with the knowledge of the cosmos within our being to thrive as we intend to. Yeah, so that energy will hold for 9 days. And then we have the 11 serpent. This is about dynamic movement aligning with justice and wisdom, sensuality and sacred sexuality that does no harm and can be a pure creative force when healthy. That sexual energy, whether with the self or with others or even on the yoga mat, it's a creative force. So when that's healthy and we have intention, that's quite a powerful force. Then 12 death. This is day 12 of 18 of the DAYWAVE, 144 and 1 eagle. Gaining wisdom in our rebirthing and surrendering and allowing our highest frequency ancestors to assist us with our verbal permission. That should say us. Then we've got 13 deer, Healing and balancing ourselves evenly from the grounding of our being ascends us up to a higher star-bright energy. And then we go into the final trecena of the Tzolk'in. The Tzolk'in is a 9-month or a 260-day period, which is like from conception to birth, conception to birth, conception to birth. So we conceive from all that we have learnt from one point, and then we go through and we birth. So we're really we're going to be birthing out of our evolution, our soul growth at this time. And we have a very high harmonizing trecena to finish with, which is 1. So we're starting in 1 star, and this trecena will actually finish in the night wave that will follow this day wave. So this is the final trecena of the Tzolk'in. It raises our frequency so we may really soar above limited perceptions. The lower dimensions are being infiltrated with our authentic light and harmonics. Music, song, the tones, universe, the one verse, but we all have a different key, a different tone, which we all add to create a harmonious symphony, really. And that's the potential. Then we have 2 water. Sensitivity is key for our whole being to rise above limitations. Sensitivity has been historically dampened. It's not been okay to be sensitive. Society has done everything it possibly can to shut down sensitivity. So let's really nurture it as a purifying fire that flows with love, forgiveness and gratitude. It's like the love that courses through our blood and through the waters of our being. It's highly purifying. It's beautiful. Then 3 dog. This is a dark moon, so that holds some energy for some time as well. Especially the eclipses that we've had, which were all about ending and beginning cycles, and in the ending and beginning cycles and the rebirthing and the new beginning phases, though that also holds a lot of energy. This is really this time, this for months to come yet. So the dark moon in 3 dog, loving activation of natural law, brings justice, especially with support of soul tribe. So natural justice prevails above. I mean, there is no justice in the justice systems on earth, and they're a trick and they're a deception, and they run through the secret societies. But natural law brings justice. Some people would call it karma, cause and effect, or whatever it is, but it is the balancing. Like, everything is noticed, everything is seen, and justice can be restored, especially as we verbally intend it and ask for it. So that will be a very good day to really focus with, what is the kind of justice that we'd like to see. And of course, as our limited human being, we don't have the whole big picture. We can see a lot, but it's actually within the whole source field that everything will be balanced and harmonized, and that justice happens from that point. So those that have gone against universal law, those who have harmed, will be dealt with that justice. I have actually seen justice working out in the higher realms, and it can be swift. It can be very, very swift, and honestly, it needs to be taken care of. Then we have 4 monkey. This is the second to last day of the day wave, and 4 eagle. So magical form is created through lightness in our being, our innocent curiosity to explore life and flow timelessly in our now. I mean, the energy is of such high frequency that we can repair our past, and we can go ahead of ourselves, and we can make a way for ourselves, which I'm sure many of us do. And this is this is actually something that transcends the holds of the lower dimensions that have still tried to keep us in control. This is a way that we do rise above what is, and that we will eventually experience full freedom in the lower dimensions by bringing that light down through our being, the source light. And then our final day will be 5 road. Our purpose is being empowered without striving or trying. There's no need to strive or try, but simply by shining our true light unashamedly and authentically. Yeah, so much love, but I'm just going to end with this little bit. It's probably important to include this, just to let people know that these are not channeled messages. They are an intuitive perspective based on experiences, direct meditations relating to the 9th wave, true sacred Mayan calendar energies in connection with Mother Earth, who is life force source and planetary materialization of consciousness, and Father Sky, the source of the energetic light frequencies from the cosmic axis. So it's like from the heart of Mother Earth to the heart of Father Sky. And I've been in meditation and reflecting on this one for about 3 days. I really am excited about the times that we're in, and they're challenging, and we are getting through, and I really want to encourage that we can. So the 9th wave is the unitary consciousness wave that began in 2011, according to Dr. Carl Kellerman's calculations, and it does all seem to line up with an atomic clock to the Mayan calendar, so it's pretty exciting. And a brand new cycle did begin in September in 2024. That was when we had 20 signs times 13 trecenas times 18-day periods. So this is a sacred geometry. There's a purposeful geometric pattern in nature, in what is natural and organic, and within this universal law. So now the source light codes are aligning with us, evolving within ourselves to contribute in creating a new earth paradigm. So we're going to be in the creation phase. New earth doesn't just come. People say, oh, I'm already in new earth. Well, actually, if you were already in new earth, what about the things that are still going on? There is still war, there's still unrest in this world, and this is what we need to break out of and break through. It takes as long as it takes, but the more of us who contribute with our consciousness and our devotion, really, to Mother Earth and Father Sky, they like our parents. If we were to see them, we are made of stardust and earth material, so we are of them. And and that Rumi saying, which a friend mentions every now and then, are we a drop in an ocean, or an ocean in a whole drop, something like that. But it's sort of a little bit like that. It's mysterious and it's beautiful. But why we are actually witnessing the dismantling of the control systems, the rising of Mother Earth's will, and the returning to natural life and our innate human gifts, is because we have gone into grand new cycles. And I am just going to say, because you kind of have to, it's intended for entertainment purposes. So let's entertain the unified field with our fractals of consciousness, the purity of our souls. Let's be the consciousness that is creative and can create that new earth. What incredible potential we each hold and contribute as we learn and grow with the source light energies. So much love to you all.